What's up, everybody? RevSauce9. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon for the latest and greatest that comes to my channel. So, this picture is floating around right here, the one that I'm using in my overlay for videos and whatnot. This one has been sparked by Tony Khan. A lot of dirt sheets, a lot of people are running with this. Tony Khan said a lot of it's looking like 2021 all over again in AEW. Basically, he's got a picture of him in the comment section with the glasses from 2021 when those things were popular for New Year's. And basically, he's saying it's starting to look a lot like 2021 all over again for AEW. And he's been going around on social media, putting wink emotes, going around and kind of teasing something big. So, again, we're going to go into that rumor and speculation and fantasy booking stuff. So take me with a grain of salt. Now, reports are starting to be right about Mone especially. And WWE came out yesterday and basically stated that they are not wanting to contract tamper with a talent that is in final negotiation with our competitors. So, which tells me it's either Mone or Okada that has signed with AEW. AEW's got one or the other. Okada has basically stated multiple times he's on the fence. He doesn't know what he's going to do. AEW, WWE, he said they're both, he's happy to be with either or. Fans have said they would like to see him more in WWE. I want to see him more in WWE, to be honest with you. I think he would fit better in WWE under the lights than AEW. But I wouldn't be mad if he went to AEW and took a bag full of money. I wouldn't be mad because he could still do New Japan. He could still be with his family, still do the things. He doesn't have to uproot his family, and he can have a lighter schedule. Mone, on the other hand, she wants a bag full of money. She has stated this all over the place. She wants a bag full of money, and it's understandable to me. It makes sense. Again, WWE did come out during Royal Rumble yesterday and basically stated that they did not want to contract tamper with upcoming free agents that have already in talks with their competitors and in final negotiations. They stated that. If I find the news article, I will definitely let you know. I'll have it down below in the description. But for sure, that's what WWE did say. And Tony Khan's been all over X and Facebook, basically putting wink emotes, basically saying that 2021 is becoming a lot like 2024 for AEW. AEW is having a resurgency, basically. So, and he's basically saying that he's retooling his roster. So, at the end of the day, you take this with a grain of salt. For me, I don't care where Okada goes. I really think Okada should be WWE bound, to be honest with you. I really think he would suit better in WWE to me now. I think he speaks good English. It would work perfect him in WWE. I could see him against Seth Rollins, CM Punk. I would honestly tell you AJ Styles, Randy Orton. It would work a lot better for him over on, WWE. Now, he's also said that he wants to have those 60 to 40-minute matches still. That tells me it would suit him better to be in AEW. But the thing is, I want him to be more in WWE. Now, guys, I'm such an AEW and apologist and a fanboy and a shield, right? Why do I want Okada so bad in WWE? Because I think he's bigger than lights. But yesterday, when I was doing a watch along with the PWO, it made sense. How would he fit in with the American casual audiences over at WWE? How would that work? You know what I mean? Would that transition work in WWE? They did that with Shinsuke Nakamura, and it took a long time, and he didn't really get over really much with WWE fans until like a couple years ago. Again, I would like to see Okada in WWE, but again, how would fans work with him on? But at the end of the day, I would like to see him in AEW too. So at the end of the day, it comes down to how much money Tony Khan's willing to shell out on two wrestlers. I think he stated that he has the power and the money to do so. The other thing is, does WWE want to pay Okada what he's worth? That's going to be the question too. And how much will Okada take less money? Again, Brock Lesnar possibly being forced out of the company because of allegation frees up a lot of money. You could sign 2 good contracts right there. Okada would be one. Julia could be another. Julia can follow right in with Okada, and we can have these conversations. You know what I mean? Mone looks to be a foregone conclusion to AEW. I think they're saving her for Revolution at this point. It looks like they're setting the table, as Vince Russo was saying in his video about Mone. And if Okada is going, they're definitely setting the table. There's a lot of things Okada could do in AEW, but he's fought most of the wrestlers there. That's why I'm more over on the WWE side of things for it. So, at the end of the day, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, believe me or not. But you can go to Tony Khan's Twitter X posts and you can see for yourself. You can go to Facebook and see him talking about this. And he's kind of being cryptic, which tells me he's got some big things swirling. He's got his hands rubbing and he's got some things swirling. Now, again, before people tell me AEW's a dying company and AEW doesn't have money like that. Yeah, they do. They have fuck tons of money. And it just shows when they go to sign wrestlers. And by the way, I don't give a fuck about these views, man. Stop talking about these views. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Raw and SmackDown has not been getting the views either like they once did either. Should I talk about that? Their key demographics down? Like AEW, look, they put themselves on Saturday night against college fucking football and pay-per-views and things like that. They knew what they were getting themselves into. And obviously, if the views mattered, why is Warner Discovery coming out and saying it's so good and they're happy with their receiving? My God, I'm going to listen to the ones that are at high brass at Warner Discovery than some wrestling fan on the internet that's a tribalist that only cares about what they care about, or better yet, what they care about WWE. Like, no one gives a shit. You got Tony Khan saying who gives a fuck. You got wrestlers telling you who gives a fuck what you like. Like, wrestlers are laughing at you. You know that, right? To you pro-tribalists that go pro-WWE, pro-AEW, do you know wrestlers laugh at you? Do you know that, right? I laugh at you because you take it too personal. Like, who cares these two wrestlers where they go? But at the end of the day, I report on this because Tony Khan has been very active, and it really, really tells me personally that if Monet did not show up at the Rumble, and it's probably not going to show up on Raw or SmackDown, tells me really straight up that she's AEW bound at this point. There's no other foregone conclusion. The table is set. Talks were resuming with AEW 3 months ago, 2 months ago. And here we are. Okada is weighing his options. And it seems like Okada's been quiet lately too. He hasn't said very much. We're going to know after his dates where he goes. But I really, really think if it is, I really want him in WWE, but I could see him in AEW taking a big money deal from Tony Khan. I could see it. Tony Khan wants to wrap up all these big names. You don't think he's not looking at WWE with Naomi going back over there with big names? And by the way, these two companies have bloated fucking rosters. There's a lot of wrestlers that are not being utilized. Indy Hartwell to Candice LeRae to then they brought in Roxanne Perez. They're bringing in all these NXT people to a stacked roster. They have to at this point. But WWE and AEW have stacked rosters on the men and women's side. And it shows. That's why a lot of talent like Keith Lee are not being utilized in AEW. It's a fact. I mean, my thing is with this, either they're going to AEW or WWE, but it looks more like day by day they're going to AEW. That's what Tony Khan's teasing at. He said basically two people, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He has like cards. He's got his playing cards and he's pulling cards. He's saying that throughout post. And there's websites actually reporting on this, that this man's pretty much let the cat out of the bag. And he has like two major people, looks like, to be signed. If it is Mone and Okada, man, AEW is also got a nice stacked roster too. So you can't sit here and say AEW is garbage, because they're not. They don't have all the money in the world. If they didn't have all the money in the world, they wouldn't be signing big talents. Trust me. And people can sit here and say, oh, well, his dad's pumping. No, that's coming from their last media rights deal. Okay? All this money, you guys got to understand how business works. When they sign a media rights deal, that goes to production, to signing talent, and bringing in talent, and extending talent's contracts. They've been extending contracts, like within the 4-year, 5-year deal they had with Warner Discovery. They've renewed Moxley. They've renewed Jericho. And was able to possibly, and I'm speculating this, that MJF signed a huge an extension, and he's going to be a 7-year extension contract, as they're saying. I don't know. But anyway, those are all rumors and speculation. You take me with a grain of salt. I'll see you guys in the next video. Please don't be too harsh to me in the comment section. But what it looks like, if Okada and Mone were not at Royal Rumble 2024, then to me, that they're in negotiations, one of them with WWE to come on in, or both of them are in final negotiations with AEW. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. But I think it's going to be an interesting next couple of months. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.